Welcome back, guys. This is the eSports Report Daily Update. Puckett and Benson bringing you today's news. Of course, we announced a little bit earlier in the show that Anaheim is going down as the next MLG Pro Circuit event, June 20th through the 22nd. We announced that STARCRAFT 2 will be there, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and 2 Call of Duty Ghost tournaments are Season 2 playoffs featuring top 8 from MLG and the top 2 from Gfinity, as well as a Season 3 play-in where 4 teams will come out to join the top squads in Season 3 for MLG and competing for $10,000. Now, Ben, we got a lot of questions during the commercial break. Want to thank you guys all for sending us those messages on Twitter. Let's start it off here with the passes, the spectator passes. People want to know about the spectator passes. When can they get them?
Well, it's going to have to be, in fact, well, you can see that the whole prices of those spectator passes. $40 per person from March 14th to April 13th, $45 per person from April 14th to May 11th, $50 per person from May 12th to June 18th, $60 per person at Anaheim check-in. Passes are going to be available at mlg.tv/store, but they're going to be available a little bit later this week.
I actually just got news.
Oh,
I
really?
think they are available now. So,
well, there you go.
Thank you, producer. He is keeping up with the engineering team live as the show is going on. So mlg.tv/store to get your general admission pass. As you just saw in that last graphic, the price goes up closer and closer to the event, with the maximum price being live at the door, but you will be able to buy tickets at the door unless we sell out and the fire marshal says no more. But until then, make sure you get the discount by getting those today. So that's general admission. That's the seating anywhere in there. But if you really want prime real estate for watching your favorite gamers from StarCraft, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and of course Call of Duty Ghost, make sure you guys get your VIP passes. Now, Ben, what comes with this bad boy?
So the VIP pass is just awesome. It's $250 VIP for the entire weekend. It includes a meet and greet as well. You get early admission, so you get to just completely cut all those annoying queues. I'm British, we hate queuing, long story. You also get the VIP lounge, reserved seating in the front row, so you're not going to miss any of the action. And then the thing that I am still desperately trying to get my own hands on, cough, cough, Puckett, the MLG hoodie.
Man, I didn't get a Columbus hoodie either. I was so jealous of the VIPs.
They are awesome.
The only red hoodie we've ever run off in
was
MLG.
It really?
So yeah, I know our merch team has been doing a great job working with the events crew to make sure that it's really something truly special. But overall, I really think the first 3 row seatings is something for 3 days. You're going to want to sit down. You're going to want to watch these guys in the best seats possible. So make sure you get your VIP pass. And remember, every event that we've ever sold VIP passes, we sell out.
Oh, yeah.
So get them while you can. They are available right now, mlg.tv/store. So spectator passes aside, the next biggest question was the team passes. Of course, as you guys know, we wanted to launch the team passes in our store on Friday. We had too many people come to the site at once, and we broke our partner system. We've been working with that partner to figure things out, and it sounds like passes could be on sale as early as tomorrow, but if not, definitely later this week. So they're working on it as we speak. They've been grinding on it all weekend. As soon as they are available, we'll let you guys know, and that will be on @MLG. Follow them on Twitter as well as MLG.tv right here on the website. Team passes aside, we had a few more questions, and this one's about free-for-all.
Yeah, it's something I'm actually quite excited about. A lot of people ask me, is there going to be any free-for-all tournaments? Well, I'd love to see a free-for-all tournament.
Not going to happen this week, and there's
awesome.
192 teams in only 3 days. Though. But if you were playing free-for-all in Call of Duty, because we used to do this back in the Halo days, we had to do a much smaller bracket, but we had free-for-all kind of seed that bracket. Now we have a pro point system to do that. But if you were playing free-for-all, would a map in Call of Duty Ghost currently work? Yeah, makes you think about it. What would be that map? What is small enough, guarantees that you're going to see action within 5 seconds on spawn? Yeah. No, send us your tweets. Let me know. I want to see what free-for-all action we can get up and running.
That'd be kind of cool.
Definitely not going to happen at Anaheim, though. I was talking to John Nelson, our commissioner, and he said,
no time.
Dude, we are opening up earlier than ever on Friday, and we're going all the way to the end of the week. And it's going to be a jam-packed tournament. We want to allow as many opportunities as possible, 192 teams through that play-in Season 3 tournament. Next one here, the final question, which is being asked by a lot of people, including one of my favorite South Africans. Big shout out to Glenn. We have international teams looking to come in for the Season 3 play-in tournament. Can they attend?
Yes. Easy answer. Of course, we welcome people traveling abroad. We've just started seeing more and more UK teams really starting to make that journey. It'd be great to see other teams from across Europe and across the world, more importantly. I mean, everyone welcome to come to the play-in, and I think we're just going to be working with all the partners really to try and make sure that, if teams do really well, we can give them something back.
That was the question we were asking internally. Like, if they finish top 4, they shouldn't really go in the MLG League because you're going to have like international battles going down. I'm sure the commissioner has thought about all of this, and we should mention at least 2 teams are guaranteed to be in the playoff portion, as Gfinity will be sending those teams over. But for the play-in tournament for Season 3, I assume you can come compete for the money. The question is, what part of Season 3 would you compete in? Which one of our partners would we have to work that out with?
Yeah, but hey, everyone welcome. That's the important thing, right?
And I did have one final question that was asked by about 9 people, which actually gets me really excited.
Okay.
The Australians want to know, how do we grow our scene and do what you guys are doing in America?
Well, I like that question because that's something that, within recent years, Call of Duty really started to grow, and now the American scene, we've got league basis, we've got absolutely everything kind of on the scale of League of Legends in the sense of LCS. The UK as well, Gfinity doing some great things out there, really growing that scene. So for the Australians, just got to keep playing it and keep playing it. And one of the big things that I would personally say from just an outsider's perspective when you look in is stream. How many times you see some of the top players streaming their gameplay, just becoming vocal on social media such as Twitter. That's the key for me. If you can grow the personalities, everything else comes as simple. But the biggest way that they can really prove themselves is going to be Call of Duty World Championships at the end of the month.
Yeah, COD Champs. We'll see 2 teams, Trident T1 Daughters as well as Immunity, coming over. Can they pull off an upset this year and make it into the 16-team double elimination bracket?
Do you reckon? You went out to Australia. You have seen these teams out there, Grace. You're one of the only people in the world that can really give a good judgment of the level of competition.
So one of the toughest parts of Australia is the population is about 10% of what we have here in North America, just straight up. So much desert in the middle, places that people don't want to live, don't want to run internet cords to. I understand that. So it's difficult to play as a team on a very regular basis, but we saw a lot of individual skill, a lot of gun skill. Okay. I think these teams still need to figure out their strategies, and they haven't been challenged by some of the top squads that we've seen here in North America outside of last year's Black Ops 2 COD Champs. I think Trident T1 Daughters, though, they are so aggressive, and they don't play standard by any means. They have unique strategies. I think they could catch some squads off guard. Going into a best of 5, it might be difficult to make that happen 3 game types in a row, but they could easily take the search and destroy as well. Same thing goes for Immunity, but Immunity seemed to be a little bit more standard in their game.
I think they have a massive point to prove as well, though, because they've been the kind of the kings of Australia, if you will, for a very long time. And I think it's going to be the complexity effect in a sense. They didn't win the US Championship, and then all of a sudden you just see them all grinding out hard with a massive point to prove. I imagine the guys at Immunity doing just that as well in Australia.
Well, if you're not on Immunity and if you're not on Trident T1 Daughters, you're going to have to wait for your chance to either come over to the MLG events, attend a Gfinity event, or make sure you go to the ACL Pro events. I know those guys have been doing a great job trying to help grow the Call of Duty community. They did an open LAN in Melbourne a few months ago. Make sure you go support them at the next event. And best of luck to everyone in the Australian community. I can't wait to see how far they come, how far that they're going to grow, because they have the talent. They have a very, very large Halo base from the old days. If those guys make the transition, like we've seen Formal and some of the other guys over here in the U.S., I think we'll see even more talented squads coming out of Australia. That should wrap it up for our frequently asked questions. Make sure you keep sending us those questions, as we'll be doing the eSports Report daily update every single day. We'll try and keep you in the loop, as well as interacting with you guys on Reddit. I know Adam Apicella has been doing a phenomenal job so far with that today. But Ben, that brings us to the last part of the show, and the part I'm most excited for. This is time to talk about the U.S. Championships. We haven't really had a moment to sit back and reflect on this epic tournament. Today, you're going to share your top 5 games.
Yes, I am, and I'm so excited. I've been doing a lot of reflecting from the US Champs, looking at all the stats, going into the World Championships, how players and teams going to go across, watching so much gameplay as well on the MLG YouTube. But through a lot of that, I managed to find my top 5 closest games of the US Championship. And coming in at number 5, it's going to be FaZe taking in Complexity.
So you take a look here. Proofy grabbing the bomb. He does have, he rocks the AR. Taking a look down again, you got JCap with the thermal. And then you go all the way down and you got replays with the thermal. They're only running 1 sub. And the guy who runs the sub has 2 stuns. It's a very, very interesting play. And actually, right now, it's all 4 members are actually running the AR as one's going to be taken out.
Yeah, Proofy is going to get dropped right behind the pickup. JCap looking down the mid scene if he can find anybody, but nothing's going to be there. Of course, flipping through these 2 players, Classic and Replays. Nothing much has come of this yet. As Complexity as 4 members just pretty much focused on the B bomb site.
I love this play. I love this play just because you know that Complexity is going to be pinching, and if Complexity gets a little bit antsy, they will send a guy down mid-street. They may say a guy pushed through the gate, but right now they're all clustered together and they are picking apart FaZe. 4-on-2 scenario here. JCap, maybe he should grab the bomb, possibly. His teammate's just stuck in a crate as it stands now, and he is just getting hunted.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he ended up losing his teammate there. I believe that was Classic. Of course, Proofy went down to that first kill. Shots are going to go down, and it seems like Ace is going to get taken out. Replays, netting 1 for his team. 1 player is going to be right behind that water tower. He got 15 seconds. The bomb has been picked up, but I don't know if there's enough time here. 10 great shots out of Karma there with that sniper as he takes out JCap for round number 1. Take a look at this final kill cam.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Karma actually doing a little bit of research. 9 times out of 10, Karma's running the 2-time zone. He's not a big fan of the thermal, but you know what? He's like, I'm playing against FaZe. I know they run a lot of smokes. So now let's take a look and see what we're going to see here from the guys in Complexity. They have 3 subs, and it looks like it's going to be a fast B, but look at sneaky Aches here. Aches is going to bait this A, so he throws a couple nades over there, and he's like, maybe they'll fall for this.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
I'm a sneaky cat.
Okay. So do you think that he goes for like the well, let's see here.
He already baited 1 Complexity member over.
Yeah.
So now this is going to force Complexity to go through the gate.
Okay. All right. So let's see how Aches is going to play this one out, because there is going to be 1 player by American, and it seems like Complexity, or FaZe rather, got that read. 1 player's inside of American, and Aches is going to get taken out. But TP is going to hang out by post. He throws down that trophy system. Smokes are going to fly down. 1 member by 10, and is going to have another one right in front. TP's going to get wall banged right through that bomb site. 1 more player right around there, and Karma looking to see if he can just go get that bomb, which he does so, working with Crim. It's going to be 2v4. Karma is going to be by himself. Player's going to be right behind him there. If he just turns the corner, he'll find him. That's going to be 1, but he has to be careful because that other player probably would challenge, and there's going to be 1 off of the flank, so Karma has to be very mindful of that. He has 21 seconds to work with, not a lot of time. He's going to creep right outside and get met right away. And wins the gun battle. What a play there. But now he's only going to have 11 seconds to work with as time dwindles down. And he's going to get picked up. No, he's not.
I think he would have been able to plant that. I think if he maybe, it would have been really close. I mean, his guy's a little bit fat. He's got a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, it would have been a close one. I mean, because remember, too, he either vaults over the ledge or he goes around. That in itself kind of loses a little bit of time. He had about 10 or 8 seconds, or 9, excuse me.
Here comes a fast A. Here comes a fast A.
From FaZe.
Maybe.
And look, Replays now picked up the bomb.
What is this? I've actually never seen this. This is 3 subs, and they're actually going mid-map. I'm genuinely impressed.
All right, but of course, there is a possibility that he just rotates back around to the pickup, which exactly is what he's doing here. So opting to go back, but keeping his eye on the mid-street. JCap's going to pick up a double on that one. Sorry I missed that, guys. Don't hate me. JCap, those are his first 2 kills as well. Yeah, just apologize as much as you can. Replays right by B. So he's going to make his way probably for a bomb plant. JCap's going to pick up another one. Why do I keep missing this?
JCap's crushing. He's got the last guy coming out front diner. Let's go ahead and jump on board with him and see if he can do it.
He might get this ace. And if he creeps around the ground, he just missed him. Oracle mode, such tease. All right, so JCap, he's just going to wait there to see if this player is going to push out. And you are going to have Proofy locating him. Shot's going to go down, and JCap actually gets the ace, and I missed it. I am so mad at myself.
That's okay.
I thought Proofy was going to get it. But still, great calls there out of FaZe to be able to close this one out.
JCap was actually playing that very, very smart. That was such a weird and unique strategy. So they pushed 2 guys mid-map. They didn't stun anywhere. They stunned basically at the water tower. And then they sent 2 guys through the gate, and then 2 guys went through post office. That's something I've never saw from them, at least when they were playing against Envy.
And that approach,
Envy, it was all standard.
That approach was just nuts. It was a good move. So checking out the breakout here is going to be pretty standard. Of course, you are going to have Aches probably lingering on the outside by Tarp, which is exactly where he's located. But you are going to have TP and friends pushing up toward B. There is going to be 1 player, 2 players there, as a matter of fact, hanging out inside of the trailer. And TP, of course, not knowing what to expect. He is going to have his teammate Crim push up right on the side.
Oh,
And
look
let's
at this.
hop on board with Crim.
Look at what FaZe is doing. This is a strategy that both
Oh!
Xfinity and Envy do. They stack 2 guys in there, and it's basically a trade for trade right by B. And they're calling an audible. They're saying, you know what, man, I'm getting out of dodge.
Yep,
That ain't happening.
Oh, man, and Crim has just been playing around the rosy around there inadvertently. Aches is going to be able to find that kill, so now that's going to confuse him and say, wait a minute, I thought they were going for B. Oh, wait a minute, we have TP over by the A bomb site. He is going to plant that pretty much right there to making that happen, and now Complexity has full control of the A bomb site. And let's hop on board over here with Karma, because he has 2 members of FaZe pushing up right near him. Of course, they can challenge him around this corner, which they're going to do. Karma finding one, turning around the corner, maybe getting this double. There he is going to be, but not going to happen. And now Aches up the mid as he looks to find someone. TP, though, waiting to see if anyone's going to creep around him. I'll keep Aches highlighted as well, and TP's going to find him and make it 2-2 tie going into round 5.
I like it. I like this. This is shaping up to be a good one.
Yeah.
I really want to see FaZe actually run an A. I really want to see that because you know what? Complexity kind of got baited to it, and they got baited hard. And it was a slow reaction. They only sent 2 guys.
Speaking of A, just the approach that Complexity had, where they just broke them down, right? And had them fool the entire time that they were going to commit toward B, really is something to admire. A good move out of them. That is going to net them that round win. Now, let's see what we have. We have...
All right, we're back here. Ben.
Yes.
So far in this game, trading rounds, basically, FaZe and Complexity. Now, this was for a spot in the top 3.
Yes, this was the losers bracket semi-final, actually, and you can see back and forth action. FaZe had a fantastic US championship. Complexity, on the other hand, little bit shaky. You know, they went into the losers bracket very early, place they're not really used to being, and they just really had to fight their way through. And right now you can see this game number 2 against Complexity, against FaZe, which, you know, as you said, back and forth action.
It's really great action, and the one thing that really impressed me here was the shots from JCap during his ace, of course. Golden Boy missed the ace, but didn't get the hate I get at Twitter.
Reminds me of a certain somebody else who...
I missed all the aces.
All the aces.
But he did catch this one, so good camera angles there, grabbing Proofy, and this is a great finish here. Aches doing his best against JCap and Proof.
Yeah, as you can see, Aches in that 1 versus 2. He's only 1 and 3 right now, 5 rounds in, but with 10 seconds left, you can see he's noticed no one at that B bomb site, so the obvious rotation towards A is going to have to come into effect. The bomb goes down,
Are
he
you
picks off 1.
commentating a commentated game?
I am,
that.
just because, why not, Puckett? Why not?
Why not? All right, well, here's the end of round number 5. Let's lay out and let Gandhi and Golden Boy take it away.
Oh, no. He gets the hit. Oh, my God, he moves in. I don't know how Ace is doing this. And
oh my God!
Proofy just can't quite do it as Ace
he
comes
teabagged
out on
him.
top.
He teabagged him. Look at that. What a villain.
Oh, man. This is, you know, and Ace, you wonder why. You wonder why.
Did you see him slide? Did you see him slide? He just, like, dolphin dived right underneath the window.
Wow.
Talk about mechanics.
Wow.
That's a borderline impressive.
What a play there out of Aches.
Oh, my God.
And they knew where he was coming from. They knew where he was coming from.
You know
he
had
what? To go mid.
You know the problem with
You
that
may
is
remember last week's eSports report, I did that segment on, you know, my top 5 players, and one of them was replays, and the big stat on replays was, of course, his blitz caps. It was absolutely phenomenal amount of blitz caps that he had. He was top of the team, but so was his teammate. You know, number 1 and 2 on blitz captures both FaZe players, so you have to say you've got to watch out for this FaZe team.
All right, well, here comes round number 6. Complexity trying to answer back, and you know Aches is pissed here.
Yeah, he's on a little bit of a hype. So is he going to be able to follow through? That's the question. You know, you look at that scoreboard. Replays 5 and 4. He had a great event. Classic just 2 and 4. But Aches, he's just a man on a mission. He really is, and he just makes it look so simple.
And I love kind of going back and watching these games again. Oh, replays, and not having fun there. So Cole coming right back, 4-2 now. But Cole in this series, how were they in your opinion?
It was a little...
Were they the 10 out of 10 Cole that we've seen in the past, or where would you put them on a 10 scale?
Now, you see, this may seem horrible, and I'm sure the Cole fans are going to be like, oh, why do you have to hate Cole? But this is simply because of how I expect Cole to be, you know, that perfection that they play with. I would say, you know, throughout the whole US Championship, they were only really playing at 5. But think how scary that is. think how scary that really is. You know, they weren't really, you know, pedal to the metal. They weren't really just driving as you usually expect them, but they were still winning games.
Did you say they were a 5?
Yeah.
5 out of 10 and still got second place in the U.S.?
That's what's really scary for me.
No spoilers, but this game, it's just 1 of 5. FaZe was up 1-0, so Complexity trying to answer back. But there's the wall bang from replays. So good.
Yeah, he's such a good player, and plays like that, which really, you know, put him in my top 5 plays. He's 8-5 right now, and he really, when you look at that leaderboard, he's just hanging on to FaZe's hopes and dreams in this search and destroy, and he just picks up pretty much everything he goes for.
It's pretty solid. Guys, sit back, relax, watch some replays. We're going to turn off our camera and let you tune in for the rest of game number 1. This is 1 game out of 5. 5 of the closest games from the U.S. Finals live here on MLG.TV/ESR.
There you have it. JCap with the stop. Crim couldn't quite do it. 4-3 as FaZe answers back.
So let me ask you this. If you're Complexity, do you bring the B? Do you go B?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
You realize both times, the most recent times, they've called the audible and went at.
I say go B, but yeah, then you call that audible, right? Go B as your standard, but don't make going A.
Here we go, strong A.
I don't know.
Love
okay, it. I know you like it. You like the ballsy plays. I'm a fan of the misdirection, but it seems like Crim, he is going to locate one player, having to drop back. He's been identified. Nade's going to fly right in his general. That's going to hurt him. Oh, and he gets a little strawberry jelly on his screen there. Crim jumping in, finding one. That's going to be a stop. That's going to be on Classic. Now 3v3 as Complexity pushed up. Bomb is going to be down right front American, and Gandhi, one has to wonder who's going to go for that bomb and put it down, especially with eyes on it.
Crim just went ahead and slid in, spots replays, and isn't able to take him down. Replays with a huge play. Now it is all up to Karma and Aches.
Keep Aches highlighted here. See what he's going to do. That bomb is just going to continue to be down over by American, and oh my goodness, that's the Oracle mode right there for you. You're like, yeah, I see it. Why don't you see it? But it seems like Karma...
Oh, look at this. We got a guy on the flank. This is not good for Complexity at all.
Oh, what a shot out of Karma. Another player right behind him, but Karma's going to get taken out. That bomb in the hands of Aches. He has 26 seconds to work with. He is looking to get pincered. FaZe is looking to pincer him right around this corner. The player will be there,
Good
and
plays.
There it is.
Good plays by FaZe.
Tie it up 4-4. What a game, Gandhi.
Whew. You know, one, Karma was ridiculous, but that pinch, that flank is such an amazing play. It's really ballsy because it makes your teammates be like, okay, I have to wait for you to get all the way around here, but it works out so well.
Wow, just what a play. I mean, yeah, Karma with crazy shots and just amazing reads, and the pincers have been fantastic. You just got to love a game like this. I love Warhawk Search and Destroy. It's one of my favorite maps in the game, but it's just a great map to spectate. So looking here on the defense for Complexity, I want to see what they're going to do, because we see that 3-man push going toward B. They have one player who has eyes on it. That's actually going to be TP, and we'll switch to him in a little bit if we see that he's going to get into some action. While Aches continues to watch the mid to see if anyone's going to come into transition. Jumping over here, TP does locate one, tries to go for it right away, sends the nade out. Can he connect? No!
Well, he does have double nades, so this could work out for him as he's going to cook another one, hop it over, and wait for it.
No,
Nothing.
He doesn't get it, but he knows he's still there, though. I mean, obviously it's a 50-50, but there you go.
Nice.
And he was able to take him out. A good shot out of TP. Now you will have JCap and Proofy, Dosh J working together, trying to make magic happen by B as they are around it. But again, it all comes down to positioning. Do they have that opportunity to make a plant happen? Not with Complexity. Just eyes all over the place. JCap by his lonesome. He knows a player is going to be by water tower. He's right on the screen, and that's going to do it there. One round for Complexity to tie the series up.
That's such a smart play by Complexity, too, because, you have the guy at water tower kind of pop him a little bit, and then Karma has a teammate right next to him at gate, and he's like, listen, he's going to expect you coming from gate. I'm just going to wrap around here, get this easy cleanup. That's just the small talk.
Yeah.
That's just a little bit of small talk right there.
I mean, you gotta say, one thing that Complexity does very well, and this is something that we talked about during one of the listens, I believe during the Optic game, is just their communication, right?
Yep.
Credit to Mr. X for just getting them to keep talking. Credit to Crimsix for bringing that Halo mentality over. And you just see that kind of play where players are just constantly yelling at each other, constantly talking, and listen to call-outs.
Oh, look at this. Aches buddy TP just goes down by a nade here. Crim now going to push, and Proofy's going to make him pay.
Yep, and there is going to be one player, Karma, left alive as his teammate ends up getting taken out. Aches, he's going to find him up top. That's going to be one. Turning around. How does he stay alive? I don't know, but he still manages to live.
Elvish cloaks, man.
Yeah.
Elvish cloaks.
Elvish cloaks, perhaps. One guy back by the truck, and then you have another one lingering by loading as he pushes up toward Diner. Karma by himself on A. Of course, doesn't know that here, so he has to take his time, go after this bomb, but when doing so, the FaZe has been able to get some good positioning, and if he goes plants A, he's really just not going to know where they're coming from because he's looking at the wrong spot.
Well, they're in the perfect spot to pinch. So if Karma does decide to actually throw it down, then he'll be okay. But Proofy's actually going to round around all the way in the back, and he's going to wait to work with his teammate.
They're going to let him
with
plant
JCap. Yeah, they're going to let him plant, and then they're going to pinch him.
Yeah, they're going to let him
Or they're going to go from the exact same route, and he's going to get a collateral two-piece, and it's going to be the sickest kill cam of all time.
Wait a minute, around the corner, finding one, go for the double kill! Oh, nice play from Proof as he manages to tie it up 5-5, and man, that could have swung either way.
I thought he was going to knife.
If Karma had just his screen a little bit to the left and clicked that thumbstick, he could have knifed him, and we could be singing a much different tune right now, Condi. Man.
This is big. Round 11s are what win series. You can't expect to lose round 11s and win series ever. So, you know, this is really big for Complexity. I mean, they don't want to go down 2-0. Granted, Freight Blitz is up next, one of Complexity's best maps, period. But you know what? We did see, you know, Envy lose to the guys on FaZe here on Freight Blitz. So it's all marbles.
Who do
here,
you want
buddy.
to look at right now?
Dude, I don't just control it.
Okay, all right, you got it. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah, don't you do that to me.
Proofy pushing in. He does not have the bomb, by the way. There is going to be a player hanging up by Water Tower. That is going to be Crim6. He gets taken out. Two players going to be pushing up by 10. Proofy finds him. He's going to get dropped. Now JCap around the corner. In just a second, he'll counter him, and he manages to win that one. Big win there. It's going to be left up to
he's going for it again.
He's going to wait around. They have no idea he's around that corner, and if he
that propane tank!
And he manages to win it. All going to be up to Teep. Going in a 1v3 on defense, and that player is going to be inside of the 10. This is very worrisome here if you're a fan of Complexity, but there are going to be two players pushed up on the mid. He's going to find it, and there you go! Oh my goodness, FaZe goes up in this series 2-0, Gandhi.
Wow. I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
FaZe really bringing the noise. I mean, FaZe is such a strong team.
So, that was game number 1 of my top 5 closest. And what I really want to just touch upon there is, you know, what kind of went wrong in that last sort of round of the Search and Destroy. But the big thing to note was FaZe actually going 2-0 up against Complexity in the loser bracket. That's the second time in 2 events they've done that. And, well, I'm sure you guys already know the end result.
Take your lead and you throw it over there.
I feel like we were like some Pokemon right there. But yeah, they didn't manage to convert that 2-0 lead. And, you know, looking at the way FaZe played that, now, one thing I was really surprised at the US Championship was the amount Proofy took the bomb in Search and Destroy. He was taking the bomb nearly every single round. You'll note in that last round, what did Proof not do? Take the bomb. What did he do? Be very, very aggressive. Now that time, it really worked.
Mid-sprint.
He got caught mid-sprint, yeah, but he was aggressive, and that really set the tone for FaZe in the Search and Destroy. And by switching things up, completely caught Complexity off guard, and it really did work very well for them in that series.
There was no one at Water Tower. JCap and Proofy made sure of that.
Yep.
Proofy put the pressure on him, and I really liked JCap's patience and confidence in his 1v1 ability. Yeah. Of course, he was behind the head glitch. He had the better angle on any opponents, but knowing that eventually someone is going to round that corner a second time. He picks up the headshot both times. JCap was a hero in multiple rounds there despite a slow start, but really, again, we have to nail this one. Replays was the MVP, in my opinion, of FaZe that event. He had 13 kills and only 7 deaths going into that final round.
So good. He really did have just a very solid event. That's going to round up game number 5. So going into game number 4, it's going to be Optic taking on Envious.
You're going to announce it already. Optic Envy coming up after this commercial break.